Road to GH will reveal Sonny feeling a sudden sharp pain in his chest. His hand instinctively clenched over his heart as if trying to push away the pain that was slowly suffocating his breath. His strong face turned pale in an instant, and his once steady legs now wobbled, as if they no longer had the strength to stand. What began as a fleeting pain transformed into a crushing, overwhelming feeling that spread throughout his body. It felt as if an invisible hand was tightening around his heart, leaving Sonny with no choice but to collapse in agony and helplessness. In that moment, the light in his eyes, once full of confidence and resilience, seemed to flicker out. This wasn't just ordinary pain, it was a signal of a fatal attack. The sudden heart attack was the final blow from Cyrus, a hidden enemy who had always been lurking, waiting for the opportunity to take Sonny down. Not long after, Sonny passed away, leaving behind an irreplaceable void in his family and the empire he had painstakingly built in Port Charles. Sonny's death was not the first surprise. Before that, Sam and Dex had suffered the same fate. Both had collapsed under similar circumstances, with heart attacks that seemed random but were actually highly calculated. Sam, a strong woman and a mother who always put her children first, passed away unexpectedly with many unfinished business. Dex, a loyal ally who had always stood by Sonny during his hardest times, was also mercilessly stripped of his life. These successive deaths were no longer coincidences. All the evidence pointed to one terrifying truth: Cyrus had used Digitalis, a dangerous drug, to carry out the perfect murder, leaving no trace behind. But the scariest part was not how Cyrus executed his plan, but the reason behind it. No one understood why he chose Sam and Dex, innocent victims, to carry out his agenda. Were they merely pawns in a larger scheme for revenge? As for Sonny, the motive was clearer. He had always viewed Sonny as his greatest enemy. In the past, Cyrus had tried to eliminate Sonny, but failed miserably. Not only did he fail, but he was also overthrown by Sonny, losing the power and control he once held. Sonny had rebuilt his empire in Port Charles, while Cyrus was dethroned and forced to retreat. But now, with the face of a devout man, pretending to be a righteous figure, Cyrus returned, patiently waiting to complete his ultimate goal, to take Sonny down permanently. Cyrus, once a symbol of power and brutal dominance in Port Charles, had suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of Sonny. In past years, he had tried everything to take down Sonny, from covert schemes to public confrontations. But it was Sonny's intelligence, cunning, and determination that not only caused Cyrus to fail, but also lost him all his power, forcing him to retreat bitterly. While Cyrus was in ruins, Sonny continued to rebuild his empire, solidifying his position as an invincible kingpin in Port Charles, leading his family and organization into a golden era. But Cyrus, a man who would never be defeated, returned with a completely new persona. He wore the guise of a pious man, a devout follower of God, always preaching forgiveness, compassion, and kindness. With his eloquence and trustworthy appearance, he deceived many, convincing people in Port Charles that he had changed. But beneath that facade, his evil nature and thirst for revenge still burned. Cyrus silently observed, waiting for every small opportunity to execute his plan. This time, he wasn't in a hurry or showing off. He meticulously planned every step to ensure that Sonny couldn't escape. The perfect opportunity came when Sonny started having heart problems and was forced to be hospitalized. Acting as a converted friend, Cyrus approached Sonny without suspicion, using his new relationship and harmless image to introduce Digitalis, a highly dangerous drug, into Sonny's body. His plan was flawless, leaving no trace that this was a murder. And this time, he succeeded. The heart attack caused by Digitalis took Sonny's life suddenly, leaving confusion and pain in his family. But for Cyrus, this wasn't just a simple victory, it was the pinnacle of his revenge, proving that even after losing everything, he could still take down his greatest enemy. Sonny's death, an irreplaceable symbol of strength and unity within the family, couldn't end as just a quiet tragedy. The pain and anger spread throughout the Corinthos family, especially with Michael and Jason, two men who had always stood by Sonny in the most critical moments. Michael, with the heart of a son full of love and responsibility, vowed never to let his father's death be forgotten. Jason, a loyal warrior and Sonny's closest friend, was determined to use all his skills and experience to track down those responsible for this tragedy. For them, this was not just a personal mission but a promise of honor to the man who had once been the center of their lives. The journey to uncover the truth began by piecing together the smallest clues, from Sonny's unusual health condition before his death to the mysterious appearance of Cyrus shortly after. Michael and Jason knew that Cyrus wasn't someone who would easily reveal himself, and he had definitely planned meticulously to cover up his crime. But with their experience and determination, they didn't just rely on their own cleverness, but also mobilized all their connections, from doctors at the hospital to their allies in the shadows of Port Charles, to reconstruct the full picture of this sinister plot. Sonny's death wasn't just a shock, it was an irreplaceable pain for his family, friends, and even those who owed him their lives. Despite being a notorious gangster, Sonny wasn't the cold-hearted person that outsiders often thought him to be. Beneath his tough exterior and ruthless decisions in the criminal world, Sonny was a man full of compassion. He loved his children more than anything and always put his family first. Even amidst his busy criminal battles, Sonny never forgot to spend time with his children, guiding them with love and responsibility as a father. Sonny was also known for treating his employees well, from his closest associates like Jason, Brick, and Diane, to those working under his command. He saw them not just as subordinates, but as family, always ready to protect them in dangerous times. The respect Sonny showed those around him made him not just a powerful mob boss, but a beloved leader. Throughout his career, Sonny faced countless enemies, from business rivals to those jealous of him who wanted to take his empire. But with his intellect and decisiveness, Sonny skillfully eliminated his enemies one by one, maintaining his position in Port Charles. Cyrus, one of Sonny's most dangerous foes, had been left in a weak position after being defeated by Sonny in the past. But instead of finishing him off, Sonny gave Cyrus a chance to live, a chance to turn his life around. Unfortunately, Cyrus didn't appreciate that mercy. Under the guise of a devout man, he secretly plotted his revenge. Sonny had once believed that, no matter how dangerous, Cyrus could change and live a different life. But that trust turned out to be a fatal mistake. With ruthless methods, Cyrus callously harmed Sonny, taking him away in pain and leaving an irreplaceable void. Cyrus's betrayal was not just a personal revenge, but also proof that Sonny's kindness had been exploited, leading to a tragic end for a man whose love and loyalty had always been his guiding principle. The deeper Michael and Jason investigated, the more they discovered clear signs of Cyrus's intricate plotting. Every small piece of evidence once again confirmed that Cyrus had used Digitalis to cause Sonny's death. But more importantly, his motive was not just revenge, it was an attempt to restore power and spread fear throughout Port Charles. Sonny's death was just the beginning of Cyrus's new plan for domination, but Michael and Jason would not let that happen. Sonny's loss wasn't just pain, it became a powerful driving force. Michael and Jason were determined to take down Cyrus once and for all, not only to avenge Sonny, but also to protect the family and community he had devoted his life to building. They knew that Cyrus was a dangerous and cunning man, but their loyalty, love, and unwavering will would be their strongest weapon. As the truth was slowly revealed, they would bring Cyrus to justice and end his reign of terror forever, as the final tribute to Sonny, who had lived and fought with all his heart for the family and the city he loved.